Hi Diamondbacks, this is Miss Donahue, and today we are going to be looking at our first lesson in Chapter 2, Chemistry. We're going to be looking at evaporation. And our investigative question today is, does adding energy increase the rate of evaporation? In order for us to conduct this experiment, we need some materials. We need some plastic baggies, hot water, room temperature water, 2 squares of brown paper towels, and 2 droppers with room temperature water as well. What we're going to be doing is, first we need to add the water to the plastic baggies. This water right now is about 70 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to pour the water into this baggie and set it aside. Okay, when you close the bag, you want to make sure that you get as much air out of the bag as possible. So you kind of want to squeeze out any extra air. Okay, and then you want to just kind of lay that flat like such. Okay, you want to do the same thing to the room temperature water. This water is at about 25 degrees Celsius, so big difference. We're going to pour the room temperature water into another bag. And again, we are going to try to get as much air out of that bag as possible so that it lays as flat as possible. Okay, now we've got our hot water and we've got our room temperature water. Now we're going to take 2 pieces of brown paper towel and we're going to place them over the 2 bags. Then we're going to take our droppers and we're going to place exactly 1 drop of water on each one of these bags. Okay, now you can see that the hot water, the drop on the hot water is it's expanding just a little bit more. And the room temperature water, or on the room temperature bag, it is also expanding some. But what we want to do is we want to see, does increasing the energy, thermal energy in this situation, does that affect the evaporation rate of those 2 water droplets? So if you can just zoom in right now, take a look at those water droplets that have been placed on that paper towel. Okay, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and review some of the controlled variables that we used in this experiment. We used the same type of paper towel. The amount of water in each of the bags was 300 milliliters. The temperature of the water droplets was the same. They were room temperature water droplets. The number of drops was the same, so 1 drop on each. And we dropped them at the same exact time. The independent variable, the only thing that we are changing in this experiment is the level of energy. So notice that the thermal energy has been applied. The water droplet is starting to evaporate much more quickly when thermal energy is applied. All right, so at this time, what we're going to do is going to go back into class and talk about why the thermal energy increased that evaporation rate. See you in class.